Alright, so I'm just going to start from the top of things. It helps me to remember most of the stuff that I go over. If you're familiar with something or don't want to go over, just let me know and we can just skip it, alright?
I'm always up for a refresher course, so...
Alright. Alright, so the first thing I like to start off with is the tank, and something very crucial for the tank is speed climbing. Do you want me to go over speed climbing, or do you feel like you got some of that down? Or got that down, period?
I got that down, period.
Alright. Alright, how about getting consistent jump rocks?
I think you went over that with me before, but I mean, I could use a practice.
Alright. If you haven't already, I would suggest turning down your, or turning off your music for this so you can hear me easier. Alright. So with the jump rock, as I showed you before, you have to make sure that you're pressing the rock button, then the space bar. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a sequence of the two buttons. For some people it helps out to hold down the space bar button when you do it. Just hold it down the entire time.
Helps a little bit. I think I still pretty much got to get the timing either way.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of practice. Now, before we continue on here, because something I forgot since we skipped speed climbing was ladder launching. Now, do you know what ladder launching is?
Ladder what?
Ladder launching. Alright, ladder launching is just, all you're really doing is when you're on the ladder, you just press spacebar. And this can be used as a nice little trick as the tank to, you know, catch a survivor off guard. Someone that decides to overextend and go right underneath you in the ladder. You know, as you see, you fly off the ladder at a much faster pace than you would be walking.
Right.
So yeah, it's something to
Pretty
mess around
simple.
with. Yeah, pretty simple. Alright,
It's more of a tactic, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's still something a lot of people don't know. Just something to open up. But, anyways, let's continue here. Now, the next thing I usually cover is haymakers. That's something you want me to go over, or would you prefer to go skip that?
Skip it. I already know how to do those, and I don't use it that often anyways.
Alright. The next thing we're going to cover is hittable control, so let me move some of these out of the way here. Now, alright, that one's out of the way. Alright, so hittables, they can range from the smaller hittables, which deal very minor damage, to the bigger hittables, which are usually incapacitation or 24 damage if it's on the finale. Now, you can tell if something is a smaller hittable is if that one, they're solid, meaning that they impede movement, and two, you can move them by punching them. Now, as you can see, there's a little chair here. Even though I can move it by punching it, the fact that it doesn't impede movement means that it's not a small hittable. It's just there for decorations. So those aren't going to be useful. Alright. So let me get the tables up here.
Oh shit! Watch out! Hey, look out!
Alright, so these smaller hittables can range from, depends which campaign you're playing. You got these round tables, you got, you know, trash bins, sometimes you got barrels in the middle of Parish. Now, one thing to note about these hittables is, again, they do very little damage, so here I'm going to throw this up to survivors. If you look at the tab menu really quick, they're barely missing any health.
Right.
So, in reality, I mean, the only use for these is to try and block the survivors, or even if you want, you can use them while you're chasing the survivors to try and slow them down. But you need to be able to use these properly. A lot of tanks will use these improperly, something like this, where they approach the hittable and then wind up their punch. And as you see there's like this huge time where I'm just standing there and not making any movement, and it's just not worth it. The only way to properly use these smaller hittables is to hit them while moving and never having to stop.
So time the punch earlier.
Yeah, timing the punch earlier, and that's it. So go ahead and give it a try. Very nice. So let's do one more. Alright. So yeah, you got the idea behind that. But again, a lot of people overlook this. This is usually really good to use on, say, the Dark Carnival finale, where you have those 3 tables there in the for the early tank. A lot of tanks forget to use those, and they're actually very useful. And in this particular area, there's always these 2 tables here. Again, tanks usually forget to use these. It's just something you have to think about. You can't always use them, obviously. Alright, so let's move on to the...
Wouldn't you take like a lot of chip trying to get to those tables though?
Well, true, but it's scenario-based. Like, let me give you an example really quick. So here we have the somewhat default tables that would be here. And let's say I'm the tank that's going to be playing right here. You know, normal rack tank for this little area. Survivors are hiding in a little room. Now, if I want to plan these tables in, maybe I can do something where I chase the survivors into the tables. So if I come from this direction, the survivors are going to run out to the right. And obviously, if I come in here, some of them are going to run by the tables, and while I'm running at the tables, just punch the hittables at them without, you know, slowing down. Just all about getting the survivors to go where you want them. I think that's usually a good idea when you set up a hittable. Sometimes it's not a good idea to, you know, go in with the hittable. It's rather good to set up the hittable in an area and then try and chase the survivors into it.
Right.
Alright, so here we got ourselves a, you know, standard car. Now, how are you with hittables and such?
Mainly whenever I'm tank, I'm usually either doing the helicopter one or just hitting it in the air.
Alright, so then you
But
know
I know
how
the
to...
basic concept of like, you know, aiming upwards and all that junk.
Alright, well then here, let's go over some, you know, 2 different techniques here that I don't know if you know of. Alright, so here, normally, let's say I wanted to get this car over this building here. A lot of players will try and do something like this, where they crouch at the end of it, try and hit it upward. Well, it might work sometimes, as you saw there, it didn't go over. So another way to do this, to get a hittable over something that's right next to a prop, is to actually get on top of the hittable. Do not crouch. Crouching actually makes it slower. Unless, of course, you want it to go lower, then you'll crouch. And just look straight down. The farther you are, the farther you are from the center, the higher this prop is going to go. As you see, it goes so high, it bounces over the skybox and comes straight down. But you get the general idea, correct?
Yeah.
So here, let me spawn you up one here. Oh, this one's all slanted. But you can go ahead and give it a try. There you go. But yeah, it's usually a good technique to get hittables that you've just wedged into a really bad spot. Like say I want to get this car over this building here. Instead of just punching it around, I could always try and go for some miracle where I punch right here. You see, it goes over. Well then.
Wow.
Wow. Alright.
That was weird.
Alright, so the next one here is a back punch. Now, are you familiar with the back punch?
No, it doesn't have as much range as the front punch.
Actually, no, it has the exact same range, if not, maybe just a little
Isn't
bit
it where
less.
you like just back up directly to them and just hit them? Or just punch forward and actually punches back?
No, this is still with the car, but yeah. So
Or are you talking about like hitting it to where it like goes behind me, like whenever I'm on the other...
Yeah.
It goes through me or something like that,
Yeah,
right?
pretty much, yeah. Do you know how to do that consistently?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Alright then. Alright, so then
But you take
don't need
like,
to-
what is that, 400 damage from that?
You take 100 damage, and in Confoggle, I believe chip from the hittables is removed. Unless
Oh,
that's
okay.
broken with the update.
Yeah.
Alright. So yeah, that's it with the hittables there. So you got the general rundown on that. Now, do you know about cleaving with tank punches? It's basically hitting multiple survivors in more than a 90-degree angle.
Is that like based off like how quickly you move your mouse over?
It's a bit tricky, so let me set up the survivors for it. The thing is if you move your mouse too quickly, you'll only hit the target at the end. If you move too slow, you'll miss both targets.
Yeah. But I mean, I basically know how to do that. It's just go ahead and go over it, anyways,
Alright.
in case there's something I don't know about it.
Well, originally this was actually very difficult to do, and it was sometimes random because of the fact that the tank had 3 different punches. But an update that Valve pushed out a couple months ago means that the tank now only does right hooks. So, makes this really much easier to do it from right to left. Get a full 180 degrees in your swing. And from left to right, you can do somewhat of a 90 degree, about a 90 degrees. You can't really do a full 180 degrees from left to right. Or, actually no, I got it there. But it's much harder to get, I would say. So go to try.
Right to, or left to right one's a little bit weird.
Yeah, it is.
The fuck? Yeah, that left to right one sucks.
Yeah, it does. It's not as consistent. There you go. So yeah, this is usually a really great thing to use and say if you're being burger tanked and such. Although if you're being burger tanked, it usually means that your support's dead, so you should probably try and get out, or your support just sucks. And just tell me when you're ready to move on.
Oh, I'm ready. I was just trying to get that left to right thing.
Yeah, it's pretty tricky. Oops.
Is there any trick to the left to right thing?
Probably gotta just spin it even farther. The one I was doing was the, because right here it might be because that the vending machine might be blocking it, but for the left to right one, I actually had to go from coach and do a complete 180 degrees. So let me see if I can do it again. So yeah, I'm going complete 180 degrees, but it's pretty tricky to do.
I think I'm spinning too fast.
I
I usually
see
really
that
high
you're-
sensitivity.
I see that you're aiming at, you're starting off with Rochelle, right?
Oh, start with coach.
Yeah, start with coach. There you go.
I was trying to get the left to right thing is what I was saying though.
Oh, well then you can start with coach and just do a complete 180 degrees to the right.
So I'm like Zoolander, I can't turn left.
Well, no, you can do left. Like for here, this first one here, I'm punching from right to left. Whereas the next one here, I'm punching from left to right.
Motherfucker. Yeah, I think I'm turning too fast.
Maybe. I can barely tell what you're aiming at.
I'm aiming like at this doorway right now.
Oh. Well, the thing is that you're starting off with Rochelle. You have to do with coach since the vending machine is right next to Rochelle.
I have to look at coach.
Yeah, you have to aim at coach first.
Well, what if I wanted to punch Rochelle first and then coach is what I'm saying.
Oh, well then you'd probably have to move your mouse a little bit slower then. Actually, no, if you're only hitting Rochelle, that would mean that you're not spinning fast enough, I would say.
Yeah, fuck it.
Here, let me give it a try really quick. Yeah, I think it's the vending machine. The vending machine is getting in the way of this bunch here. There's if I
Okay.
step back a bit. Yeah, it's. I think the vending machine is getting in the way.
At least I don't feel completely retarded then.
Oh yeah, you have fun with that haymaker. Alright, so the next thing here is covering bunny hopping. Now, how are you with just landing a jump? And that's all you gotta do is land a jump.
I've actually been practicing on that. I remember whenever you went over this before, but I mean, still not that good at it though.
Oh hey, it takes practice.
What? Felt like I froze.
Might have been my computer. Hello there, Crash.
Yeah, it's just like any other bunny hop. I'm not really good at it, but I mean I can do it every once in a while, you know.
Yeah, it just takes practice with it. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on here now. I think I covered with you hitboxing and curb rocks, correct?
Yes.
Do you want me to go over any of those again, or would you rather just move on?
Either or, doesn't matter.
Well, it's up to you.
Well, I mean, I still remember what you said, but if you want to like include it in your stream or something like that, I don't mind.
No, no,
I'll go
it's
over it.
fine. I already have another stream that has some of it covered anyways. But alright, so let's just let's skip the hitboxing and the curb rocking then. Alright, so that just leaves it at pretty much any more questions left. I mean, do you have any questions that weren't covered last time?
No, I think I pretty much covered all my questions from last time.
Alright, so let's move on to the other special infected. So the next special infected would be the hunter.
Okay.
So with the hunter, do you know how to wall kick or silent wall pounce, as some people call it?
Yeah.
Alright, do you know how to kite pounce?
Is that the one where you go like diagonal or
It's where you
horizontal?
go along a single wall. It doesn't matter which one. They're both kite pouncing.
Oh yeah, I know how to do that pretty much. It's just I don't know. The way I do it is I hold back and left or back or wherever, back and towards the wall, basically, you know, so that I can do it consistently and I don't have to move my mouse anywhere. The only problem that I ever really have is finding out like the distance that I have to get from the wall to the survivors, because you can't really. It's hard for me to time the kick off the wall and pushing forward, you know, so that I get enough distance to get off the wall and onto them at the same time while looking down, trying to get over to them, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah,
You see what
that
I'm
just
saying?
comes with practice. I don't think I can really give you any advice on that, especially since I'm not good at it.
Yeah, I can get DPs from every once in a while. It's just, like I said, like whenever I'm actually making the ascent upwards, sometimes I have a little bit of trouble, like, distinguishing from where I'm at to where they are at, because I'm not looking down, like, all the time. I only check it every, like, maybe 3 or 4 kicks off the wall. Sometimes I lose track.
Alright, so, I mean, that would be it for the hunter. Next one would have to be the, I think it was the charger. Did I ever go over the charger with you?
Don't believe so.
Alright. Now, do you know how to avoid stumbling at close range?
Not exactly, no. I know that you have to have a kind of a distance, but I've had situations where, like,
No,
you know,
this lets you charge them point blank, like literally.
is it with the punch or the punch charge?
Here, let's go over it. So let's kill off our tanks.
Do I need to?
Type kill into console, or you could switch over to the other team and then switch back.
Tank music was getting annoying, anyways.
Well, that's why I said turn it off. Alright, so here, This is the basically. I'm gonna show you. This is what usually happens when you're point blank with the survivors. Is you stumble. Now this allows you to avoid the stumbling. All you gotta do is aim shoulder length to the right or to the left of the survivor, and it lets you charge.
Charger! We got a charger!
No, you gotta get at his center, and then aim shoulder length left to right.
Like right there?
Yeah. There you go.
To like hitbox him? But what if you were wanting to get like a straight charge, like out like a
Well,
window or something?
Well, then you gotta back up. But this is like if you're just going for a spit charge, which in general you usually want a spit charge to be very short, so you want to get the charge over with as soon as possible.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, this is just to show you how to avoid, like, say, let's say for example, let me warp someone over here.
Charger!
Like here, let's pretend Coach isn't looking at me. 1 sec. I'll like to see his eyes before I kill him. Alright, so let's say this is a player here. Now, I know numerous times when I know I'm fucked, like if I'm in the middle of reloading or if I know I didn't get enough chip on the charger and I don't have a melee weapon, the last thing I'll do, and if I know I can't dodge it, the last thing I'll do as a last-ditch effort is run at the charger to try and get him, to stumble, and I don't get charged. Now, a lot of players will, or at least I know a few players that will do this. Some people will probably keep running. And if somebody tries to do this to you, you can avoid it by just aiming simply left to the right.
Never thought about that.
Yep.
Charger!
Very nice.
Now, is the hitbox to the left or the right like any different? Like whenever you do that?
Not really. I think what's happening.
Like I mean, like on this level, whenever you're trying to get like a charge like off that reset on the ladder, like, and most people back up right against the wall. If you were to do it from like the left or the right, like if this ice thing was a survivor, and I did it from this side, would it be any different than if I did it from this side? You know what I'm saying?
I'm not entirely sure what you're meaning. You want me to go teleport us over there so you can set up the survivors?
Well, whenever a survivor's guy's back completely towards the wall, because he's trying to avoid getting charged.
Yeah, he's trying to avoid getting death charge. So
does it make any difference, like, if you're the left side of him or the right side of him?
Yes.
Like, how it affects the charge?
So I'll show you here. That's actually what I was going to go over next. It's called side charging. It's basically where you latch onto the survivor from its side. Hello there, Trey. So, side charging, it's actually pretty simple to deal with. The thing is, you have to come at them from their side. If you come at them, like I'll show you right here, this is coming at them head-on at the center. You have to come at an angle at their side. And then all you got to do is churn and charge. Too much turn. Oh, we weren't close enough. There you go. Very nice. Alright, so here, kill off your charger really quick, and we're gonna practice the ladder choke over here. So I can warp one over, or warp them over here. Uh-oh. Bot's gonna kill us.
That triple punch.
I know, right? Alright, so here we have our standard survivor with his katana, ironically. Now, obviously, in this situation, if the survivor's already in a corner like this and has his katana, I'm really not going to go for the charge because the thing is, he's obviously going to land the hit, and then these guys are going to easily shoot me, finish me off. But if for some reason you do need to do this, you do need to go for this charge. Again, it's just going to take a little practice, and you can't be too quick on the aiming.
In Pro Mod, does it always go over the thingy, the ladder?
What overthinking? Wait, what?
Like, does it ever charge down the ladder?
If you set it up right, let me see. So here we got Rochelle. I think you can charge down the ladder, but you just have to position it right. So let me see. Nope, you just go over, it looks like. But I'm sure if you come at an angle, you'll probably fall down the ladder.
Like if I charge towards like the wall right here or something like
Yeah,
that, it might
so
fall.
a warp. Let's see. Damn it, coach. Alright, let me set up a survivor. Oh god, it's a labyrinth of survivors. Alright, so let's say we got coach here. Let's try and charge him down the ladder. Oh no. I'd say that's pretty tricky. I mean, I've seen it happen before, but it's pretty tricky.
Kind of down the ladder.
Oh wow, what the fuck? Well, I don't know. I wonder if that would give you spit damage.
You mean at the top or the bottom?
I have no idea.
Maybe both?
Maybe. But anyways, let me see. As soon as Ellis gets down from his whatever the fuck you're on, Ellis. But yeah, let's go back to this. So here we have a. You know, you fix that.
Charger!
Because I don't know if that's gonna mess it up.
Charger! Charger!
He's stumbling. What the fuck? He's no clipping. Check that shit out. Look at him. What the fuck, coach? I love that you're here. Just doing a one-on-one lesson. Oh, sorry, Statik. Alright, there you go. So here we got our, our generic survivor here, getting ready for the... And this time, oh, well, now he brought out his melee weapon. But let's just pretend he doesn't have his melee weapon out. So again, you're going to want to approach from the side. And again, I mean, just in slow motion here. You can't aim a full 90 degrees. If you aim a full 90 degrees, as you see here, you miss. You have to have some kind of angle where you're still going to be grabbing them.
We got a charger! Charger!
There you go. Very nice. Alright. So any questions with the charger? Do you want to give it one more try or etc.?
Nope, I understand it. That actually did help a lot though.
Alright. So, the last thing, I mean, really is just a punch charge, but you already know what the punch charge is, right?
Yeah.
The only thing I can tell you about is just what the punch charge is that it's kind of a trade-off. You're getting 10 early damage, but you're slower for the initial part of the charge. So it's something to always consider. So yeah, just got to be careful with the punch charge. You'll slow down for the initial part of the charge and can make a difference between getting cleared and not getting cleared.
So generally it's just better, like if you're trying to go for a spit charge into the wall or something like that.
Well, I mean, if you're going for a spit charge, go into a very short distance, then obviously go for a quad charge. You know, you get the extra damage into it. But if you're going for something like, say, a very long distance, so let's say, for example, let's say I want a death charge, Ellis right here. Let's pretend that there's fucking lava down here, okay? So, I want to death charge Ellis. If I do a punch charge, as I'll show you here really quick, you'll see that for the initial part of the charge, I'm very slow. So you see how for that initial part, I'm just really slow in comparison to what I should be?
Mm-hmm.
And that can make a difference. Coach here could be like, oh hey, I'm gonna go shoot him. He's so much easier to clear now, you know? So yeah, it's just something you got to... You know, you gotta do it on a different scenarios and such.
The fuck? What the fuck is up with Coach? He won't stumble off.
Stumble off.
What the fuck?
I think GG Valve is in appropriate comment here. Oh, there he goes. What the fuck? He's got fucking iron boots on, man.
I know, right? They come from like a weird angle on him.
Alright, so shall we move on to the next special infected?
Yep.
Alright, the next special infected would be the jockey. I don't know if I went over the jockey with you, did I?
Fucking hate jockey, man. I get dead stop like all the fucking time.
Well, either way, do you want? I mean, did I do or? I don't
No,
know.
we can
Alright,
go over that though. I mean, like I said, I hate jockey. Anything that like
same.
with jockey like would probably help. I mean, I typically I try to like jump like up, like on top of their head, you know, like so I'm not like jumping in their face or anything like that. But like getting towards them, that's like the hard part. Like
It
even if I'm
is.
trying to bunny hop, because I even get killed then. It's just so easy to dead stop freaking jockeys for some reason.
It
Or get
is.
dead stopped.
In all honesty, I feel the jockey was a poorly made special infected who was just thrown in to be like, oh hey look, we got a new special infected. Too bad he's poorly coded. I mean, let's face it. When's the last time you've ever seen a hunter get self-cleared?
I don't know. Why don't they just make the jockey like to where it's like at least faster or something, you know? I mean,
Well, some
I
modded
know a lot of people
servers,
have.
some modded servers do that, but I don't think they're gonna do that with Confoggle. I think it'd be taking it too far away from, you know, from vanilla, which I find is ironic to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel the jockey does need to. I feel the jockey just needs to be able to move faster, but nothing we can do on that unless they were to make the change. But anyways, so the jockey one method to closing the distance between you and the survivors is jockey bunny hopping. Now, this is just essentially where you're alternating between lunge and spacebar, and it takes a little bit of practice to get. And you'll tell when you're doing it because you'll just be gliding through the air after a spacebar.
Yeah.
Gotta alternate between lunge and spacebar, not just spacebar.
Oh, I was just doing it the other way. I know how to do it the first way though already.
Alright.
That's what I typically do anyways to close space. Like, but I like with hunters, like if I'm 1v1ing or trying to close the distance with a jockey or something, I usually jump like from left to right.
Alright, so the next thing here, this is more of a kind of a tip rather than a technique here. I see a lot of jockeys that do this, where they say they're at a very high spot, and we got the survivors right here, down at the bottom, where the jockey will just initiate with their lunge. So show you here, jockey initiates with lunge. Now, if these are actual players, I would be, you know, I would be dead stopped, and I would be burgered right now by all their katanas and shit. Because when you lunge, if you miss, your little red bar, just if you jump up in the air really quick, your little red bar doesn't recharge until you fully landed on the ground. And what this means is that while that red bar is recharging, you cannot land on a survivor by spacebar or landing on their, you know, on their head. So, a good idea is to initiate from a high place by using a rocket jump or just a regular spacebar. This way, if I miss, I can still lunge again when I land on the ground, giving me a better chance to grab survivors that are thinking, oh hey, free kill, you know, and they run up and they easily get jockeyed.
Alright. Yeah, I usually do the land on their head thing, but I rarely ever do the rocket spawn from that with the jockey for some reason. I don't know. I guess I'm just used to like rocket spawning with either like a charger or a boomer, I think.
Not rocket spawning with a hunter? What are you doing? Alright, so yeah, it's just when you're initiating from a high spot, it's just initiating with a lunge. Just try not to. I mean, obviously, it has its advantages. A lunge will travel faster than a space bar. You know, as I'll show you here. Jump, very slow, but lunge, much faster. Oh boy. Alright, so any questions with the jockey?
Nope.
Alright, well then let's move on to the boomer. I completely forgot about the boomer. Alright, so how are you with getting long range or long distance booms and or vomiting over objects and obstacles?
Well, I've like gone in private listen servers on my own and tested like the boomer out like a few times to where like, you know, you can see the rays of the boom coming out. So I mean, I have a pretty good understanding of it, I'd say.
Alright. Well then let's skip that and we'll go straight to the survivors then, unless you got any question about any of the other special infected.
Nope. I don't think so.
Alright then, let's switch over to this virus. Give me 1 second though, it's starting to get dark, so I need to turn on the light in the room here. We're back.
Okay.
Watch out!
Alright, I'm back. Having fun there with your tracking.
Jockey!
You know what I love in pubs is whenever they fucking do crouch jumps like this.
Well, those crouch jumps have some use to them if you use them right. I'm gonna show you here really quick, and then we're gonna move on. So here, let me see if I can land a regular Jackie B hop. Oops. Alright. So you see there, that was a Jackie B hop, but if you do it with the crouch, you go even faster. It just takes.
Yeah, but you have to be
you have to be on the ball.
for that.
You know what I actually use for practice for this is since I play No Mercy a lot. When you get to the finale and everyone loves to bait that ladder hit, if I'm the jockey, all I'm doing is just doing this the entire time because I know nothing's gonna happen for the next 20 minutes.
Oh, whenever I'm infected, I'm like always trying to practice B-hops, but I mean, it's, I don't know, it's really fucked me hard, man.
Yeah, it takes practice.
Or at least for me, it's hard. I mean, I don't know.
Hey, maybe you can get Parky to give you lessons on it.
Who's Sparky?
Apparently he's the king of B-hopping or some shit.
He still plays? I've never even
Not
seen
that
him
much.
before.
He doesn't play that much. He plays casually. He plays usually with Prodigy Sin, Bowflex Sin. Alright, so let's move on to the survivors. Let's switch teams here. Alright, so the first thing I'd like to cover is killing witches. Now, how are you with just regular crowning? Just running up to her, crouching or standing, it doesn't matter.
Depends on the situation.
Right here,
Like, if you give me a fucking line of witches right here, right now, I could probably run crown all of them right now. But, I mean, in the situations, like, where, like, things are like, shit, sorry.
Alright,
Situations
yeah.
where, like, you know, there's pressure, sometimes I could fuck up.
Alright, well here, let me give you some advice with that, because I know under pressure sometimes you make mistakes, and this is usually the biggest mistake that I see. So you see right here, you see how there's distance between me and the witch still? Still like distance between me and the witch. So even when I shot her, it didn't crown her, because you don't get the extra damage from her being close enough. So again, as you see, even though all the pellets are landing, the fact that there was still space between me and the witch caused the crown not to happen. I just didn't get the extra bonus damage for it. So whenever you need to crown, you need to make sure that you're up in her face. You have to be literally unable to move anymore.
Yeah.
That's how you get the extra damage.
That's pretty much how I do run crowns, is like whenever I get right next to them, as soon as I feel myself stopped and I shoot. But I mean, like I said, in those pressure situations, sometimes I'll like shoot too early or something like that.
Yeah. Well, here, let's do a little bit of practice with pressure here. So what I want you to do is, let me see, let me set up the survivors really quick. Wow. Racist much? Alright. Alright, so for here, what I want you to do is I want you to try and do a running crown. And how the hell did my shotgun get under there?
Oh, it was mine.
Okay, I was like, what the fuck? Alright, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to run up to the witch. But before you do that, you have to shoot these two as if they're common infected or a boomer or a spitter as you're walking over there. So, I think that's the best way I can simulate it.
I don't even know if I hit him. Did I hit Ellis?
I think you did, but here, let's do it again.
Which?
How early can I hit them? Is there any rules to this?
Well, pretend you don't see. I don't know. It doesn't matter, but obviously, just try and make it realistic, somewhat.
Watch out, that witch.
Alright, well, you missed Ellis. Alright, let's try again. Oh, here, let me
Missed him
turn
again.
off. Oh, here, let me turn off God mode, but let me spawn some defibs. Alright,
Chest paddles here.
there you go. So now you'll be able to know if you landed shots on him.
Excuse me. Here.
I think I missed him again.
I need some help!
Did you land there? It's time to get up.
Maybe we should just shoot Ellis first.
If you want.
Which?
This hurts. Defibrillator here.
I guess the whole like left to right thing that's fucking me up.
Yeah, it takes. Some people don't have the desk space. Oh wow, she's glitched. Oh no, she'll hurt me. Nope. Let's try it again. Wow, what the fuck?
Witch is getting through. Watch out.
My bad. I don't know how she spawned on me.
Oh, that friggin' hurts!
Wow, where'd she throw all the defibs at? What the
I
fuck?
don't know.
Oh, I see. Then they're all littered by her.
Defib unit.
Alright, go on.
Come on, watch it. Damn. Jesus.
What?
If I get you out, promise not to shoot me anymore.
Alright,
I think I missed Coach too, didn't I?
No, you got him.
They shoot me, man. Come with that thing!
Away from the witch. We got a witch.
Stop shooting me.
Watch out, that witch is getting
Alright.
angry.
So now let's try and do it with. Cause it's hard for me to set up because if I'm too close to the witch. Let's see.
Can't you turn it to where like she has 0 rage or something?
Yeah, but then you won't get the actual. Cause she sometimes you gotta adjust. You gotta adjust based on the. You know how high she gets when she stands. See so I can
Yeah.
get. Let's see.
I know you shot me.
Alright, so here we're gonna try it now. We got Nick up top, and now we got Coach on the bottom.
Witch.
Stop shooting me.
Hey man, y'all playing with fire when you messing with that damn witch.
I mean, you're kind of pre-shooting them, but I guess whatever works for you.
Oh, like that's what I was asking. Like, when should I be shooting them?
Well, kind of pretend that they're not pre-spawned. Pretend that they're SI that are spawning as soon as you start going in. You know?
Well, do you want me to like shoot them whenever I get past this pole right here? or
Yeah, I
something?
guess you can say it like that.
Man, that witch sounded hissy fit. Witch. Shit, man, that
Alright.
witch is fast.
So do you want to keep trying that? Or do you want to move on?
I'm too young.
We can move on.
All right. Now, how are you with draw crowning?
Like I said, depends on the situation.
Well,
But,
do
I
you
mean,
alright?
yeah, I know how to do it. We
Stop,
can
make some cotton candy.
set up a scenario if you want or something, like, or go ahead and go over it.
Well, I can't really set up a scenario for that. I don't know. I feel like when you're draw crowning, you're gonna have things coming at you rather than something spawning at the top of something like this at the last second.
Yeah,
But all right. So you know how to draw crown then, right?
yeah.
Alright, so let's skip that. Other methods to kill a witch. Stumbling the witch. So you can stumble the witch with a headshot while she's crying. Now she has to be crying. She can't be angry. If she's angry, then it won't work. But
Like, even the slightest bit, like,
yeah,
startled
even
and
the
she...
slightest bit startle, it won't work. So you need a headshot from either a military sniper, hunting rifle, deagle, or AK-47.
Witch.
One sec.
I was actually practicing this the other day with an AK-47.
But yeah, as you see here, she stumbles. And if you want, you can actually chain stumble her. So I'll show you here really quick. This is actually what you can use in expert realism, since in realism mode you can't ground witches with shotguns.
Witch.
Here you you shoot her, run up to her, and start shoving her. And you just alternate between shoving and swinging until she dies. So here, let me spawn one up for you.
What am I doing?
You gotta
Just-
shoot her
just
in the
some-
head, but then you gotta make sure you're close enough, because you gotta get there in time.
Oh, I have to.
Yeah, you gotta get to it.
I didn't know you wanted me to do that one. Okay. That's why I was asking which one. What am I doing here?
Alright.
Hey man, y'all playing with fire when you messing with that damn witch.
Wasn't close enough. Alright, let's try again.
Anyone else feel like crap right now?
Away from the witch.
Oh shit.
What?
Well, I don't know what happened. It happens sometimes. It happens sometimes, but yeah. That's, I've only had that happen to me like a handful of times on live games, so you don't have to entirely worry about that, but it is something to worry about. It's kind of like when you draw a crown. You have to worry about her curving sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
Alright,
I guess she got stuck in this little lip or something right here.
maybe.
Like whenever the zombies get stuck like under the table or something, and you can't melee them. No.
Alright, now the next couple things here is another way to stumble the witch is by exploding her using explosive rounds, propane tank, oxygen tank, even a pipe bomb will actually stumble her. I would show you on the server really quick, but for some reason, if I blow up a witch, she just disappears into nothing. She doesn't even stumble. She just disappears as if she died.
Oh, well, I already know about that anyway, so.
Alright. So, any questions with killing a witch? Alright then. The next thing to cover would be tongue cutting. How are you with tongue cutting?
Oh wait, actually on the sniper crown for the sniper crowning the witch or something. Can
about
you
it?
like get multiple headshots on her, like and stumble her that way?
No.
Is that you can only stumble her once?
Yeah, you can only stumble her once.
Typically, whenever you do a sniper crown, is it best to like shoot her in the head once and then shoot her in the hips from there? Like which one has the biggest like hitbox on her is why I'm asking that.
I mean, you could. I mean, if you're going for a witch, like if you're bringing her at you, I'm gonna spawn up 2 hunting rifles really quick.
Yeah, the reason why I'm asking that is because like whenever you do use a hunting rifle, like it's important that like as many shots as you can, you know.
Essentially, what I do is, for one, this is usually good if you have a melee weapon. Because a melee weapon does 25% of her health, and if she starts getting close enough, that's going to be your last resort.
Like whenever you're just doing it with the sniper, though, I mean, is it like best to like shoot her like in the
Stomach.
like the hips, stomach?
Or anything, whatever's the biggest target for you. Like for here. Oh wow.
Well, I'm just
she
asking, like,
locked
does she have like a bigger hitbox than anywhere of her body that like I should be aiming for?
I don't know.
Is why I'm asking that.
It's
pretty
it's
much.
all based off your model. If you're using a custom model for the witch, it might be a little bit different.
No, I use the default one for the witch.
Oh, then everything you see is the hitbox.
Okay, I was making sure. Cause like you know how like spitters sometimes their like hitbox is like off, I guess.
I think the spitter is the only one that has a hitbox off with her head or some shit like that. I think like Antero made some kind of video where he was headshotting spitters, but the headshot was not registering.
Yeah.
But everything else is fine. Everything else is based on the model.
Okay. Cool.
Alright. So, now what we're doing next was the tongue cutting. How are you with tongue cutting?
I know how to do it, but I typically don't use it. I guess. Usually, I just try to use like a prop or like an object, you know, to hide behind. Cut it that way.
Hey, some guns here.
Alright. What do you want me to go over it then? Just
Sure.
Alright. Give me 1 second to reply to this. Ow.
Weapons over here.
No, you're spamming me with those melee rays.
Oh, I am. You can see them.
Yeah. Anyways. Alright, so tongue cutting. First is there's 3 steps to this. You know, the whole tongue cutting process is one. The most important one is you need a sharp weapon. All the sharp weapons are straightforward: katana, you know, machete, etc. The only sharp weapon that is not straightforward is the crowbar. The crowbar is considered a sharp weapon, but it looks like a blunt weapon. But you can still cut tongues with it. Now, the next thing is basically the swinging of it. The swinging is basically pretend you're looking straight forward, and then when you're swinging, you're just moving your mouse straight down. Alright? That's all you're doing. Not too far down. If you aim too far down at the feet, you know, at your feet, then you're gonna end up cutting your toes and you'll actually miss the tongue. You're just pretty much going just slightly down so that you cut it when it arrives at your chest.
Well, is it different in multiplayer? Because like I used to actually practice like a bot smoker like smoking me, you know, and I practiced to where like I wasn't even looking at him, and like whenever he smoked my back, I looked straight down and it still cut it.
Well, yeah, sometimes you can get it straight down. It's just, I don't want to risk it. And let's face it, it's much better to keep your eye on the target, right?
I usually just listen for the sound.
Alright, well, I mean, if that works for you, that works for you. For multiplayer with another player, I don't think there's any real difference to it, other than the fact that a bot smoker is predictable, whereas a player smoker is not. Alright, and the next one is basically the timing. You're trying to time it so that when the tongue reaches your body, you're already halfway through your swinging animation. I mean, it's just timing, that's it. Alright, so you ready to give it a try?
Sure.
Alright, so for this exercise here, if you get the tongue cut, I'll let you know by saying a number. If you don't, I will not say anything. Alright? Here we go. 1. 2.
No! Fuck. I think I was too early on that one.
No, you were too late. Still too late. 1. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8.
Feel like crap right now?
Hey!
9.
Oh, I thought you were coming behind me. Like, you cheap bastard. I'm not even looking at you right now. No! I
That's
hit
why-
really early on that one.
No, actually, you got the timing on that one. It's just, again, like I said, I wouldn't suggest aiming straight down.
Wait. Fuck.
What the fuck? GG foul! You know what, Nick? I don't need you here anymore. Alright. 1. 2. 3. 4.
Fuck.
1. 2. 3. What are you doing? Here, let's move in a little closer here now. Here. Right about here. Now, for a smoker tongue right here, you're pretty much gonna somewhat have to predict when the smoker's gonna do it, and then you gotta swing as soon as you hear me shoot my tongue. 1.
Fuck.
Alright, weapons! No! We have guns here! No!
Fucking hard close. Fuck. This is fucking hard close, man.
1. Ah!
Damn it.
Oh, come on now. That's not very nice. If you want to play like that, then, let's see. What are you
Where'd you
swinging
go?
at?
Defib unit here. No, no!
Alright, do you want to give it a couple
Go
more
ahead.
tries? Alright.
Wait, go do it through the smoke.
Oh, God.
Oh, the smoke's gone, never mind. Yeah, one more time.
Well, stop moving into me. I have to keep my distance.
I wanna try to get a hard one.
You want a hard one, dude. It's not gonna happen.
Giggity.
Let's try 2 more tries.
Yeah. I fucking swung on that one too.
Alright. Do you want to keep
That one.
trying, or do you want to move on?
Move on.
Alright, but yeah, anyways, it just takes practice. I have to say that the more tongue cuts you get, the slower the tongue feels like it goes. And you kind of gotta predict the smoker. Kind of like with predicting Hunter Pounce for a dead stop. Alright.
Well, like on these close ones, I mean, it's hard to tell because, you know, like in an actual game, people would probably smoke you like almost immediately.
True. Well, I don't know about that. I make sure...
Not like completely immediately. I mean, but I mean, in most situations, like they're, you know, people are trying to get like the attacks in quick
Yeah.
for the tri-caps and shit, you know.
Alright, so let's move on here. Now, the next one here is going to cover shoving a smoker. Now, are you aware of the whole... yeah, that's not very nice. Don't play like that, alright? Then I can just give you an infinite charging charger.
Wait, I want to see this. He's not very fast
It's gonna
though.
get you.
I was trying to level him.
Alright, so here, shoving with the smoker. So, a lot of people, a lot of things that people don't realize is that they can't shove a smoker while being pulled if they have a melee weapon out. So here, we're going to demonstrate really quick.
You can do it with a gun though too, can't you?
Yeah, but, I mean, this is just a show, because a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll do something where they'll chase a smoker with the melee weapon out, and then the smoker comes around a corner and pulls them and gets kind of a quick smoke. When in reality, if they had just come at the smoker with their gun, they could have shoved the smoker, you know? But
So it's slower with the, or it doesn't.
No, you can't shove with a melee weapon. So let's do it again. Just try and spam your mouse too while I'm pulling you, alright?
Okay.
So as you saw there, you couldn't shove, correct?
Yeah.
Alright. Now, in order to avoid this, if you are being pulled while you have a melee weapon out, then you want to switch to any other item in your inventory in the middle of the pull, and then you'll be able to shove again. So let's give it a try. So for this, just switch to whatever you want, your defib, your gun, it doesn't matter. You just got to switch to it in the middle of the pull. So bring out your melee. Let's give it a go. Very nice. Let's try it again.
Oh.
Very nice. Alright.
I actually didn't know that. Like that you couldn't. Like I never paid attention to it. Yeah, I never really paid attention to it. I thought I was just fucking up.
Seriously.
Seriously.
It takes practice with it. Alright. I mean, you just gotta figure
No, I
these
know how
things
to
out,
do it, like
obviously.
to do it with the gun and everything. It's just I didn't know that you couldn't do it with the melee, like, or that it
Yeah.
doesn't register with the melee. I mean, you know, that's actually pretty handy to know, though.
Alright. So, the next thing here is the shove
can
range
you-
for a smoker. Go on.
Can you melee? Like,
No. Nope.
you can't do anything with the melee weapon.
Can't do
being
anything
smoked.
with the melee weapon. It just makes it completely useless.
Oh, okay.
So generally, it's a good idea not to chase a smoker with a melee weapon out. Alright, so
to
the
know.
next thing here, what I want you to do is I want to show you your shove range. So I want you to crouch really quick, so look straight forward while crouching, and then shove, stand up, and look straight down. You're going to see yellow lines. Alright, you got to stand up once after you've shoved. And then look down. So you kind of see your yellow lines there. Kind of get the range for it. If you want, you can move back and forth, etc. Just make sure to see the yellow lines. And it gives you a general idea of your shove range. And as you can see, it's pretty long, correct?
Yeah.
Alright. Now, when you're being pulled by a smoker, you have exactly 1 second, maybe give or take a few milliseconds, to shove before you're considered entangled and you're unable to do anything and a teammate has to come over and save you. So for this exercise here, I'm going to try and pull you at the maximum smoker range, and you just gotta time your shove. So let's give it a go.
Oh, I should put my melee weapon on.
No, you should use
Or it doesn't matter.
your gun. Yeah, we're just focusing on the distance part here. Let's give this a go. Whoa, what was that? Way too early, bro. Let's try again.
I was trying to switch to my melee. I was thinking if it went backwards.
No, it doesn't go backwards. It'll actually stop your shove. But here we go.
Okay.
Very nice. Alright, let's do it again. Way
Oh.
too early. Try again. Still too early.
Oh, fuck.
Very nice. Alright, let's try again. Too early. Very nice. Alright, one more. Very nice. Alright, so you get the idea of it, right?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of used to just running towards smokers and doing it though.
Oh, I know.
I'm kind of used to standing still and doing it.
Oh no, I completely understand. But I mean, it's just for example, like say you know a smoker is like right here, and then he decides to pop out and pull you. You might accidentally shove too early and then completely miss it, you know. And sometimes, sometimes maybe you're just standing right here and you're shooting some tank that's right here, and a smoker pulls you through the doorway. It's good to be able to know you have that huge time to shove it.
Yeah, gotcha.
Alright. So, any questions regarding dealing with the smoker?
Oh,
Alright. Okay, kill off my smoker. Let me look at chat really quick.
I'm too young to feel this old.
Alright. So, let's move on. Oh god. Way to sneak up on me. Alright, so the next part I'm going to cover here is with hunters. And, do you want me to go over the dead stopping portion, or do you want me to just skip that and go straight to the skeeting? Or the killing, whatever you want to call it.
I usually have trouble with hunters, so I can go over the whole thing, honestly.
Alright,
Paddles here.
so, here, let me go play as a hunter really quick.
Okay. That one hurt.
I gotta make 2 separate binds really quick.
Hunter!
There you go. Alright. So for here, I'm gonna do 2 long pounces on you, and this is like what a bot or a newer player would do. And all you gotta do is just shove halfway through the pounce. There you go. All right. Now I'm gonna do 2 quick pounces. So this is what you'd see like like a more experienced hunter do. All right. Now what you're gonna want to do for this is you're gonna want to shove when you see me land right here. All right. So here we go.
Okay.
Don't get pounced.
Hunter's got road.
Holy crap.
Way too early there, but you still got it. Alright, very nice. Alright, so here I'm going to change it up now. I'm going to go in an L shape at you, so pretending like it's a hunter that's trying to avoid getting skeeted. It's actually no different. You just got to predict when the hunter's going to actually decide to pounce at you. So, there you go.
Kind of early on that one.
Yeah, well, it was my fault. I missed the quick bounce.
So, what do you mean by quick pounce, though?
Quick
Exactly.
pounce. Basically what happens is there's a timing when you land where if you press the mouse 1 button at the right time, or if you spam it using some kind of auto pistol script, you'll pounce faster. So here, let me show you. This is what a slow pouncing looks like. And let me show you quick pouncing really quick. You see the difference in the speed?
Like half a second or something like that?
Yeah. It's just, when you pounce slow like this, it's noticeable and it's much easier to kill. But if you pounce quickly, it's much harder to catch, but sometimes it's really tricky to do.
So, you can either spam it, or does spamming not work?
It does, but if you learn to time it, it's much better than spamming it. Alright.
What is the timing like?
It's
Is it
just
just like
as
bunny
soon as
hopping?
you land. Pretty much, yeah. With the much, it's much more forgiving now, in a sense.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so let's try one more L. Alright, very nice. Alright, so I'm gonna skip the whole DP dead stopping, because I feel like it's not really different from dead stopping something that's halfway on the ground, or jumping at you straight on. Alright, so let's
It's about
get
the same
to
distance, you mean?
Yeah, it's about the same distance, usually halfway, but if the hunter does something like this, so let me show you really quick, if the hunter does something like this where they jump into the air, this is something you kind of have to adjust for, because I don't see many hunters that are that stupid.
Yeah.
Alright, so here, we're gonna go for some kills now. Now, how are you with skeeting?
That's what I was saying. I was like, it's kind of like I'm probably just gonna say like maybe I can land 30 to 40% of my skeets. It's pretty low.
Hey, well, it's better than 90% of the Confago community.
Yeah.
Alright, so for the skeeting part here, first let me go after a few, okay. Let me go over a few of the game mechanics here. I'm not sure if I went over them with you. Did I go over with hit scanning weapons with you?
You mean like the sniper? Or
Hit scan.
I don't know what you mean. No, I don't think we did.
You didn't? Alright. So, let me just go over them then, because I guess we didn't. Alright, all ranged weapons in this game, with the exception of the grenade launcher, are hit scan. Hit scan means that whatever damage you deal is instantly transmitted across the map in just like 1/100th of a millisecond or something like that. It's instant. There is no real delay to it. The only delay is just the server. So what this means is you never need to lead your shots. You just gotta shoot what's right there in front of you. the bullets that you see coming out of your gun are just there for looks. It's just a tracer. It doesn't actually represent the damage you deal. So let me give you a hunting rifle really quick. So here, come grab the hunting rifle. And what I want you to do is I want you to headshot me across the map, and you'll see that I die quicker than your bullet reaches me. So give it a try. So you saw that, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically what hit scan is. It's just as soon as you shoot, anything you deal or anything you do, it just goes across the map instantly. There's no delay. The next thing is that shotguns do not deal extra damage to, or extra headshot damage to special infected, with the exception of the witch. So whenever you're using a shotgun, unless you're clearing common, you always want to aim for the biggest part of the body, which is usually, you know, like the chest. Because if you shoot the head, you're not dealing extra damage. In fact, you might be losing damage because of the fact that some of the pellets might miss.
Yeah.
Alright. The next thing here, you already got the whole lerp thing set down, right?
Yeah.
Alright then, so we don't need to go over that. So let's get to the skeeting here. So pick up
How
a
come in
shotgun.
this server I can't have a inler though?
And what?
I either have 33.3 or 16.7.
Yeah, I don't know. You can't set it to 0 on here because it's not an actual server. It's a
Oh.
local server. But either way, anyways, let's mess around with this. So I want you to take the shotgun. Let's do some skeeting practice here. Now, all right. So for this, what I want you to do is I want you to try and aim. Try and not aim for my head, but kind of aim for my jaw. Basically, in between my shoulder blades, but below my head. For this exercise, I'll let you know if you do any damage with numbers. So if I say like 230, that means I have 230 health left. If I don't give you any numbers, then that means you did no damage. Also, I suggest standing. Standing makes it easier to ski.
Hunter's got Rochelle.
108.
Yeah, it said 2 damage on there.
151. Oh, I almost forgot. I gotta turn off dead step.
Oh.
There you go. Now you can go ahead and shove. You just won't be able to register dead step.
The ones that aren't landing, is that because I'm shooting too late and your like hitbox is already on top of me by that
The
point or
ones that
something?
aren't landing, because is because you just didn't land the pellets that were needed. I believe that a skeet is considered where the hunter takes 150 damage in 1 pounce, and then they're considered skeeted. But the issue is I can't really see that on here because I've gone down to as low as 3 HP in a single shot, but I didn't die. So I'm not sure if it's just that on a local server it's easier to skeet, or if somebody is wrong somewhere in the coding. But I'm not sure. I'm probably leaning towards the local servers being buggy.
Like, since I heard my shotgun shoot that time, and like it was
It's too late.
on your body, it was just completely too late.
Yeah, it's just completely too late.
Because like on my screen, it looked like I had time.
Alright, let's do one more.
Hunter on Rochelle.
167.
Was that too? Oh, okay. And it was too early, I guess.
Well, that or you missed. Alright, so I'm going to do some DP skeeting here. This is generally the same idea, just a bit easier. 11. One more.
Hunter on Rochelle.
Did that last one hit you? Oh, 12
Nah,
damage, right?
neither of them did. Alright, so now we're gonna do some, I don't want to say skeeting. Skeeting involves killing something in the air. Let's just call them ground kill or whatever. So I'm gonna do some quick pounces at you, and what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to shoot me when I land on the floor right here.
Got a hunter!
Now I'm gonna change it up and do an L.
Fuck.
126.
My tracking sucks.
Well, here's the beauty with this game. With most of the special infected is you don't need to track, you just need to know where they're going to land. Kind of like with the hunter. Like I'll show you really quick. You know that the hunter is going to land, you know. You just got to find out where he's going to land and aim there. You don't got to track him in the air. Same with the jockey when it lunges, and even with the charger when it charges. You just gotta, you'll know that it's going in a straight line, so just aim in a straight line.
Yeah.
That's as good to go. Alright, let's do 2 more successfuls.
Wow, missed completely.
I missed completely. 223. Nothing.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I was checking for myself. Alright, so now we're going to change it up a bit here. So what I want you to do is come stand in the center of this darkened puddle, ground, whatever you want to call it. Now for this exercise, we're going to try and do 10 successful kills. And I'm going to come at you speed pouncing, so I'm going to pounce once, and then at you, either from the left or the right, and you just got to adjust depending on which way I go. 145. Two 16. Okay, 9 more. Oh, I spawned all the way at the safe room.
Ah!
124.
Is that how much damage I'm doing, or how
That's
much?
how much health I have left.
Oh, okay.
Hunter on shell.
Oops.
What?
Hunter's got road!
110.
No shell!
My God! Hard to predict where you're landing.
I told
or where
him
you're
that
going
I
to land.
see, but I think there's something wrong with local servers because I could actually take up to 249 damage and still live. So I'm not sure what's going on there with local servers, but it's still a good exercise.
I think I'm missing too, though.
Oh yeah, for this, you kind of are.
Hunter on Rochelle!
I can't predict where you're going fast enough, I guess.
Hunter's got road!
Oh, here I'll try and do a bit of a so to say, how do I a wider range, because I mean in reality if I were to land right here anyways I'd be dead stepped, you know, most people would dead step, so I'll try and do it a bit of a wider range to make it a bit more realistic.
Hunter on shell.
230. Very nice. 8 more. Oh god.
Hunter's got road! Hunter on Rochelle!
189. Seven more.
Hey, look out!
Fuck.
Hunter's got Rochelle!
189. Six more.
Hey, watch out!
Oops. 182. Five more.
Hunter's got Rochelle!
216.
Damn it.
Four more. Two 23. Three more.
Hunter! Hunter on Rochelle!
I think I'm shooting too late or something.
Might be. Yeah, might be. But I'm hearing the gunshots. But here, let's give it a go again.
Hunter's got road!
Two more.
Hunter's got Rochelle!
170.
Hunter's got Rochelle!
One more. Very nice. Alright. So the next part that I like to do here is somewhat of a simulation of a 1v1 kind of be. Wow, I'm just tripping all over myself right now. Simulation of a 1v1 hunters, and we're just basically going to go up to 10 kills here, and you're going to be allowed to do whatever you want. You know, shove kill, you know, melee kill, it doesn't matter.
Chest paddles here.
So you
Okay.
re-enable dead stops. Now before we go, is basically with the Left 4 Dead 2 is a lot of the special infected, they're very linear. So generally a good idea is you don't want to keep backpedaling. You want to go, you want to change directions and such. So I'll show you here just with a bot hunter. I mean, it's a poor example, but it gives you an idea. So here we got a bot hunter. And you see here, if I keep changing directions or going in a complete circle, it makes it harder for him to cap me. And it also makes it easier for me to skeet something that's going along my side. And this is true for the jockey and the charger. It's just sidestep. Don't backpedal. Sidestep. Really, it's much better.
Fib unit here.
The next thing is there's two ways to play this game. I prefer the aggressive style, and I think the aggressive style is more useful. But whatever works for you, you know, works for you. So the passive style is essentially where the survivor will continue to back up from the, you know, what after you? Will continue to back up from the SI, avoid it until it dies, pretty much. So here, you know, I'm just pretending I'm a new player, etc. Doesn't know how to shoot, so I'm missing on many of the shots. But eventually, you know, the SI is going to make a mistake, and I can easily get it. Now with the aggressive style, I can punish the infected without, you know, just punish the infected for making a mistake. So here, with the bot hunter, if he, you know, if this is a regular hunter and he did a long pounce and for some reason I couldn't skeet it, all I gotta do is backpedal a bit, run up and dead stop it where it lands. And as you can see, I punish the infected for doing a long pounce. Same thing works, except say if the hunter does a short pounce, if I sidestep and he misses, I can punish him for pouncing too close to me and missing. So any questions on those two playstyles?
Seriously
Nope.
hurts.
Alright, so here I'm gonna warp the bots out really quick.
Got a defib unit.
Alright. So as soon as you see me spawn, you're free to shoot me.
Can you turn off the rays, by the way?
Alright, I'll do it. 183. Let me turn off the rays really quick.
All right, that's
Oops,
it.
wrong button. Alright.
Okay, they're gone now.
$27.
Oh fuck! Are you gonna come up from under the ground?
Very nice. I think you got me to 13 on the first shot.
Oh crap.
And no, I didn't wall pounce. Or wall kick.
Yeah, I didn't even hear you.
35 on the first shot. Oh, I messed up. Nice job. What is that, 4 kills so far? I wasn't keeping track.
I wasn't either.
Let's say 4 kills then. So you
Okay.
got 6 more. Let me write it down. I'm always terrible with keeping track. I get too much in tune with what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
$227. $214. Very nice. There's something like 140 then to 108 and then killed. Alright, 4 more.
Let me get ammo real quick.
Alright. Normally you would have more ammo, but Prodigy Sim's plugin is broken, so I don't have like 999 shotgun bullets.
Alright, I'm ready.
Hunter's got road.
You're still at full health, right?
Mm-hmm. Every time I unpounce you, I heal myself.
Oh, okay.
$156. Alright, 2 more, I think. I'm not even sure.
Old Rochelle.
Very nice. Alright, 1 more.
Damn it, mouse, move!
202.
Weapons over here.
183. Alright, very nice. Alright. So that covers all 10 of the kills, hopefully. Maybe it was 11 or 12, but... Alright. So any questions regarding killing hunters and such?
Like, you were saying something about, like, predicting where they're gonna, like, land and stuff. Is there any, like, trick to doing that? I was, like, having trouble with that, actually.
Well, the best way I can put it is they can only churn so much in the air. You just gotta predict what path they're gonna go and how far they're gonna go. Because you know what, the hunter that long pounces, let me see. It's hard to demonstrate. With the hunter that long pounces, it's very easy. As you can see, I already know where he's gonna land based on the physics of, you know, how far he's gonna lunge, etc., the speed that he's doing. It just takes practice and such.
Yeah.
Just gotta look at the game as a series of mechanics rather than, you know, just kind of a game. Obviously, if you're playing it for something casual, then just look at it as a game rather than a series of mechanics. Alright, so the last thing I usually cover is rock skating. How are you with that?
Alright, I rarely ever get the chance to practice, though. I mean, most people just want to, like, line of sight half the time.
Alright. Alright, so then, do you want to go over that, or would you like just want to skip it?
Sure, let's go over it, I guess.
Alright, let me warp us over to a better spot. Maybe spawn us up some weapons.
I'll snipe.
Oh yeah.
Son of a...
Alright, I think that's the general rundown on that.
This
So where'd the
right
Uzi
here messed
go?
some shit up.
Where'd the sniper and the Uzi go? Oh, I had the Uzi. My bad. There you go. In case you want the Uzi. Now, generally,
All right, weapons.
oh, this is something I completely forgot to go over earlier. Basically, the one thing I forgot to go over with the game mechanics, the shooting mechanics, was that basically whatever you see, the model that you see, as long as you shoot, melee, or shove it, it will register that you shot it to the server, all that such. The thing is, though, if you're dealing with the hunter that is, you know, pouncing directly at you, you gotta dead stop earlier because then you're competing with the collision of the hitbox and the actual model of yourself. So, I mean, just to put it in simple terms, if hunter is not going for you, if you dead stop the model, then it'll still register, even if the hunter is far enough away. So if you're playing with like 250 ping and a hunter misses you and you dead stop him while he's trying to pounce around you, it'll still register that you dead stopped him as long as you dead stop the model on your screen. But if the hunter's pouncing straight for you, then you gotta dead stop earlier because if his server side hitbox collision collides with your server side hitbox collision first, then it counts as you being capped and it doesn't matter if you dead stop the model or not.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and the same thing goes for shooting. That's why also, since, you know, the weapons in this game are hit scan, that's why skeeting and killing a hunter that's on the ground is much easier than, you know, trying to dead stop it. Because what the dead stop is, it's kind of like a cast. You know, you gotta cast it. Or if you ever played any RPG games where you're some wizard and you're trying to cast something. But yeah, that's usually with the dead stopping. Because you gotta, it's a bit of a delay, and it's not hit scan. So here, let's do some skeeting. Now the thing is, with the rock skeeting, I don't believe it is the same as everything else. With this, you actually have to shoot a bit in front of the rock. If your ping is even higher, you gotta shoot in front of the rock even more. But usually between, say, 50 and 200 ping, you normally just gotta shoot about an inch ahead of the rock. As for here, I'm going to be throwing the rocks at your sides, so you have to shoot slightly ahead of them.
Yeah, I think that's one thing I was curious about, like if I had to aim in front of it or actually on it.
No, you have to aim ahead of it. Just a tad bit. With your ping, it's fine. Just a tad bit. So I'm going to drop on down really quick. Now, skeeting a rock that's coming at the same ground level as you got to be careful which or how you do it. One, as the rock is traveling, I'm sure you've noticed it begins kind of like to spin, somewhat of a coin, but a slow motion coin, correct?
Yeah.
So sometimes you got to be careful. Another thing to note, so let me show you here really quick. So get up a little close to me on my side. So I'm going to show you here really quick. Look at the rocks and how they leave my body. You'll notice that the one-handed rock teleports away from my body as it's thrown, whereas the other rocks pretty much leave my actual model. So the thing I'm trying to go over here is that every rock, when it leaves a tank's body, has about, I want to say, half a second of God frames, meaning that the rock cannot be skeeted no matter how much damage you deal to it. The one-handed rock is very dangerous because of the fact that it leaves the body in a much farther portion, much farther range, meaning that it can cover more distance while God framed. So if you were to see a tank pick up a one-handed rock, so let's get to the skeeting here. If you were to see a tank pick up a one-handed rock, ideally for me, I would actually try and outrun the tank's rock or dodge it, rather than try and skeet a one-handed rock, because a one-handed rock is pretty difficult to skeet on a same ground level.
Oh shit.
Let's try two more. Very nice. Alright. So, that pretty much covers the whole thing with the rock skeeting. Is there any questions with it?
Nope.
Oh, you want to do that? You want to do that, huh? Here. Let's see. What is it? Oh, I don't have it bound anymore, I think.
Oh, got me like in a gravity field, huh?
No, I don't got you in a gravity field. I'm using bot mimic. So let me see if I can turn you around really quick. So whatever I press, you're pressing pretty much. Alright, let me turn it up. Alright.
What about tank dancing?
What do you mean tank dancing? Like juking
Jukes.
the tank? It
You cover that at all?
Yeah, I don't cover it directly. If somebody asks about it, then I'll cover it, because some people do have some questions about that. But let me show you really quick so I can get rid of that. Now, the best way I can put it, you can use a shotgun or an Uzi, so let me spawn up another Uzi really quick if you want to use it. So, general rule of thumb is
Weapons over here.
it comes down to the skill of the tank. As the survivor, you can only do so much to try and avoid getting punched. The first few things is, one, obviously keep your distance, and two is trying to get in between the timing of his punches. Basically, to put it, you say like the tank, a tank's about to corner me, I might move up a little bit, I might pretend like I'm moving up into him and then decide to jump back really quickly to try and get him to miss his punch, and then when he does that, I go around his side, because I know that he can't punch for at least another second. Another thing is to just slow down. Slow down is very useful. One thing I like to tell my team in a competitive game is to make sure to stay as close as possible to the tank while staying out of its arm length. The reason being is that if all the survivors are within range of the tank, then the tank gets slowed down from 4 different targets. It doesn't matter what side of the tank you're on. If you're behind the tank, you still provide slowdown as if he's running away from you. And generally also is if you're near the tank altogether and doing all that damage and all that slowdown, he's going to be unable to move. Is it when the SI attacks come in, you're still as a group, rather than separating and everyone running off buttfuck nowhere, and you have 2 survivors being chased by the tank, and then you have 2 survivors like all the way back here trying to shoot the tank as it goes into the tent and shit.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Does all guns have like slowdown though, right?
Yes, the shotgun has slowdown, but not as much as an Uzi, because the Uzi has a faster rate of fire.
Right.
Generally, a good idea would be like something like this. It's impossible to demonstrate with the bot. I mean, you can get it, but it's really hard. But basically, let me show you here really quick, is when the tank's coming at you, run in and then shoot it. So you see how I'm running in and then shooting it, because what this does is it makes the tank think that I'm coming in to try and get into him, and then I back up and shoot him, so he gets slowed down, and I might get him to do a punch. If you want, we can switch places really quick so you can see what I mean if you play as a tank.
I play tank?
Yeah, you play as the tank.
This shit'll help.
Hey, give myself pills here, so...
That'll keep it tight.
Alright, turn off the music. Alright.
You want me to like let you get slowed down?
Nah, well, it doesn't
First.
matter. It doesn't matter. Just do what you need to. Those arms, good lord.
Hit it! Hit it! Shoot it!
Aw. But do you kind of see what I'm doing? Is I'm using the slowdown as a method of allowing me to juke you.
Yeah.
It's just really hard because your arms are so long.
Reloading! Reloading! Reloading!
Do you want to switch sides now? And give it a try for yourself?
Yeah, I was actually thought like tank jukes like a different way.
Oh, what do you mean?
Like go ahead and spawn as a tank. I'll try to show you if I remember it.
Alright, let me spawn myself up really quick. Alright, now what are you talking about?
So it's like if you're coming up to punch me, like I would go to this side and then back up, and like technically I would be like it would mess up like your hitbox or something like that. I don't remember what he said, but that's how I was like taught to do it though.
That seems really odd. I would think that because the way the tank hitbox works is just I don't think it would work that way. The tank hitbox hits pretty much all around the tank. It's somewhat of his back if you're really close to his back.
Well, hold on, let me try it.
Alright. Let's give it a try. The problem with that is that you're moving too slow.
Well, the way he said it was, I think, like, by the time, like, you're swinging, like, over to your right, like, I'm moving over to your left, and it's like, I don't remember exactly what he said, but, like, it worked a couple times, like, and he was, like, really good at it. I think it was RD that taught me that or something.
I mean, I don't know. For some reason, I don't see that being possible. Because, alright, so type this into console really quick.
Okay.
Alright, so if you type that, it's going to show a bunch of data on there, and it also, at the bottom, it'll show something that says VEL, which stands for velocity. Basically, the tank moves at 210, and a green health survivor moves at 220. And when you abruptly stop or change directions very quickly, you'll notice that the speed drops down to 0 and quickly speeds back up. And when this happens, it makes it very easy for a tank to punch you, I would say, if you're trying to go around them. I think really it's just the tank had bad aim.
Well, I mean, like, I might have not been doing it right.
Okay.
It was probably because I was stopping, but I mean, I guess like maybe he was like going like in kind of a circle-ish way, like, you know, like kind of like going like this and back.
Well, what he might have been doing is, let me see if I can show you really quick. So what he might have been doing is he might have not, he might have churned with his mouse. Let me see, like something like this. So you see how I kind of got no slowdown from that? I just kept moving. Because I'm churning with my mouse rather than my directional keys. And it allows me to keep as much speed as I can, but I would still say it's not, I don't know, it's not something I would go for.
This is how it's gonna be, huh?
What?
Did you see? Keep running into the pole.
Me?
Yeah.
I wasn't running the pole. I was like doing like a half circle type thing like that.
Oh no! Pretend the pole is the tank here. So again, I'll show you really quick. I'm running up to the side and then I'm churning with my mouse, trying to reduce the amount of slowdown that I get, rather than churning with directional keys.
I think it's like if I was like right here, you know, like and you went to this side of me, like by the time I swung this way, like I don't know, it was or like towards the left or something like that.
I don't know.
It would have like been out of the hitbox or out of his hit range or whatever. Because it can only spread so far, right? Even if he swings.
Yeah, well, yeah, it can only spread so far, but one thing to note is actually the tank's punch is actually homing. I don't know if you knew that. The tank's punch is actually homing. Let me show you really quick. So switch over to the tank. Let me show you really quick. Let me find the range. So here, I increased the range really quick. Now watch. It's kind of like a bit of a homing missile. Wait, that wasn't the right C-bar for it? Damn it. Trying to find the C-bar for it.
But haven't you ever like swung at somebody and they're like right in your face? You see them like in your screen, crosshairs right on them, and it still doesn't register though?
I think it's because the homing of the attack is moving the direction of the hitbox. So let me show you here really quick. I just fixed it, I think. So watch. So you see this? Kind of looks like a missile.
No, I don't see anything.
Oh, you don't see anything? Alright, well you do it. Try and punch at the survivors. So you see it?
Yeah.
That's the homing part of the tank punch. Now obviously this is on a more dramatic scale because I increased the attack range to 2000. But this gives you a general idea if you were up close that part of your punch is going forward. It's chasing the survivor's model. And I think that sometimes when you miss those point-blank punches is when your hitbox decides to go forward into an area where it's not supposed to. Kind of like, how when you're trying to pull someone with your tongue, it goes to the wrong person.
Yeah.
So I think generally that's the same idea behind this.
So there's no way to actually, like, outrun it or trick the rays from, like, getting to you?
No, there is. You can. It's just basically juking the tank too, because this isn't going to completely chase forward. Obviously, it's not going to say punch behind me. It's not going to punch a full 90. See right here, I'm aiming 90 degrees away from Rochelle, and right here I'm about 30 degrees away from Rochelle. It only does it when I'm facing at least within a 30-degree angle of Rochelle. So if you're out of that 30-degree cone, then the punch isn't going to home in on you.
Yeah. But I mean, like, if I went to your right side, though, like I was doing, is there, like, no way to, like, circle around it and to where, like, you can outrun the rays or anything?
I'm not entirely sure. I know that the tank creates a bunch of rays around his body. You can still back punch very slightly. It's just not as consistent, so I'll show you here really quick. You see right here, Rochelle is getting punched and I'm not even facing her.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, there's like a hitbox around the tank. Sometimes it's inconsistent, sometimes it's not. It used to be even worse when you got the uppercut. Alright, so is there any more questions?
I think that's it.
Alright.
I still kind of want to understand, like, being able to, like, juke, like, at close range, though, because, I mean,
Well,
he actually did it pretty well, and I've done it before, it's just...
I don't know.
I didn't really have an understanding of it,
Maybe.
full understanding, because he only, like, showed it to me once, and that was it.
Well, hey, the next time you meet him, tell him to show it to you again.
I don't think he even plays anymore, man.
Oh, yeah, no, I see. I think I removed him a couple days ago. He was offline for like 5 days after he was offline for like 17 days.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he, like, was on that, he was in the CCT tournament, and then, like, with, like, Word, R2D2, and someone else, I think, and then they lost once, and they just quit, pretty much.
Alright, so, if there's no more questions, then we're gonna end the lesson here, then.
Okay.
Alright.
I think that's it, though.
Alright then, we'll just end the lesson here. Hopefully you learn or get something in here, or from here, consistent and put into your everyday gaming and such.
Yeah, I tried to implement, like, some of the stuff that you taught me from before. It's just,
The curve racking?
no, not the curve racking, just, like, the junk,
Oh, the jumping.
one bunny hop thing,
Mm-hmm.
Getting into obstacles. Just I haven't found many, like, places to use it. Usually, like, if I'm going in as a tank, or if I have a tank, it's lately been, like, just out in the open or a rock tank.
Alright.
Not really many obstacles for some reason.
Alright, well, I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. Thanks for watching, anyone who's watching. Hope anyone who's watching maybe learned a few things. And have a nice night.